Well, no outdoor pools for a lot of people, especially with the storms that we saw this afternoon.
Yeah, you're right, Lana. Yeah,
I have to correct myself. It wasn't the hottest day of the year.
it was supposed to be the hottest day of the year, yeah.
My bad. I apologize.
Well, I think our
He's
bad,
here to
right?
correct me.
Right. So I want to get into that. You know, I mentioned last night at 11, if some of these showers and thunderstorms that were showing up on modeling in the morning got here and brought that, which is thick cloud cover across the area, we're not going to hit our low 90s that we were expecting today. Yeah. And that's exactly how it unfolded. Now what we need to figure out is what's going to happen from here in this pattern. Are we going to get more storms, or are we stable now? So lots to dive into.
What do you think?
Good. Well, I've got a pretty good idea, but again, an idea from a meteorologist isn't always for sure. So keep that in mind. All right, let's get to the radar here. We have some pops on radar, some pop-ups out towards areas of northern Geauga County, Ashtabula County there. You can see some downpours starting to pop on out. This was after our afternoon round of storms, our early afternoon round that we got, produced a lot of wind as you got down towards the Worcester area. We had all that lightning move through Cleveland and heavy rain, but you can see we're dealing with downpours just south of Geneva. This is south of I-90 right now. So as you get into the Trumbull area, getting into Chardon, about some dark clouds probably off to your east and your west. We're going to watch our eastern counties for this complex. We've got storms developing in southern Ontario. This will likely form into a bigger cluster of storms, and we're going to watch that come across the lake. So I think that's going to be the first thing we'll watch here this evening, and that's mainly going to be from Cleveland east as it looks right now. As you can see, you know, we've got pretty active radar just off to our north and to our south. This is what came through and brought us our clouds today. Boy, thank goodness. Look at this complex of storms. Same one we were tracking last night out of Wisconsin. It's got the cloud cover shield on the northern end of that, and that's what we're still dealing with. And look at the cooling. Here's all the heat. We were getting into it, but look at the cooling as this cluster came through. Temperatures some 10 to 15 degrees cooler as you get from here back towards areas of Indiana. And it really put a damper on that really, really hot day we were expecting. But we're starting to rebound a little bit. Still some decent cloud cover out there. We do have sun out towards the west. Sandusky's rebounded up to 85 degrees. Meanwhile, we're in the upper 70s. But the trade-off for the clouds and the rain that we got is we have some thick air. This is about as thick as it gets this time of year around northeast Ohio. We've got dew points well into the 70s, Chardon at 76, Dover 75. That means you can literally slice the air outside. There's so much moisture. And I noticed when I went outside this morning, or actually this afternoon, it was about 1 o'clock, and I saw dew still on the grass. And I'm like, why is there still morning dew on the grass? Oh, nothing evaporates today because it's so humid. Just incredible. And that's the problem where the heat comes into play. We still have heat indices. Look at that, still feeling like 97 right now in Sandusky. So just because we have clouds, we have upped that humidity, so we're not getting any sweat from our skin. So our body will overheat if you're out doing some work or some exercise in this action. All right, we've got a flood watch. You probably heard about that. That goes through tomorrow morning. What's that all about? There's not widespread flooding expected across the area, right? Well, we've got a frontal boundary out towards the west, and this boundary is going to bring us our weekend relief, but it's also going to bring us some showers and thunderstorms, and the Storm Prediction Center agrees with that. We've got a likely risk stretching from Iowa back into areas of Indiana, and you notice the trend of that comes into northeast Ohio with a slight risk for severe weather just off towards our west. So what's one to think? What are we going to do from here? Well, watch that complex come across the lake for our eastern counties this evening. Otherwise, I think we're fine for the rest of the counties this evening. What we're going to watch is a loaded atmosphere out towards areas of Iowa and Illinois. And with that little frontal boundary coming in, that's likely going to spark some showers and storms. Watch how the modeling brings this together. This is overnight tonight. Big complex of storms. We've been advertising this last couple days. It's just been different directions. But this complex will likely slide across Indiana and Ohio, bringing us perhaps some strong winds with this, but more importantly, some heavy rain. That would be the reason why your flood watch is there. And then as that moves out, we start to plan out our weekend. If we get that complex out of here Saturday morning, we'll likely go fairly quiet the rest of the day. We may have some scattered showers that pop throughout the day, but severe weather threat would be over. And then we'll continue to watch Sunday for clearing and lower humidity around here. Closer look at this. Your National Design Hour-by-Hour forecast brings that complex in here 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Perhaps some rain and rumbles may wake you up if this verifies, and then notice tomorrow morning we're dealing with rain before it clears out, becoming more scattered. Once we get beyond noon tomorrow, humidity is going to start to slide back. You're not going to notice lower humidity till tomorrow evening if you're heading outside. And then Sunday, we've got low humidity, comfortable temperatures as well, and we'll have to watch just for an isolated rain chance as the system zips in from the north and kind of clips us here in Northeast Ohio. So your Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast as we plan out the weekend. Again, just a smattering of some showers in the afternoon. I think most hours are dry tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then Sunday we'll have to watch for an isolated rain chance. Otherwise, we're dealing with sunshine to start the week. And beautiful temperatures, 70s for highs, will be a very welcome sight compared to where it feels like 97 in Sandusky right now.
Yeah.
You mean you're not going to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I may be. I stay up during these storm events, so
He's a party animal, people.
yeah, I party with the radar, and that's
Yeah.
maybe a glass of wine. We'll see what happens.
Partying with your models, we get it.
Don't tell my wife.
Very
Sure.
good.
Uh-huh.
Very
Thanks,
smooth.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt. So my